Let's switch over to XCOM. And let's talk about the predicament we're in XCOM. This is kind of rough right now. I don't like dual smokestack at all. It's not fun. They're not fun for me. Well, yes, playing with solid players in BOM, exactly. It's about how I would describe it as well. XCOM is a little awkward right now. So sync is just gone. It hasn't been on Steam in 30 days. So we have two options, well, three options in XCOM really. The first is, so we're in July in XCOM, we're like July 2nd or something, and we're getting a, July 6th, and we're getting a base assault. And I'd never played a base assault before, and I awkwardly put some, I don't have any shotguns in my lineup. I mean, so those of you who weren't watching this yesterday, what happened is a base assault happened, and I've never had a base assault mission before. And basically, when I set up the 12, you get to set up 12 guys, 5 of whom you'll get instantly. I think 2 of whom you'll get a little bit later in the mission. So I basically ran double gunner, double sniper, double assault, double infantry, double medic, and scout and something else. I can't remember right now. Scout and a engineer, I think. And I didn't get either of my snipers, so I have no disabling shot. I didn't get either of my assaults, and I don't have any shotguns. And when I set up the gear, I hadn't played the mission before. I didn't realize quite how much close combat shit there was going to be on it. So I don't have anywhere near enough shotguns, and I didn't have anywhere near enough panic resist either. They have a million units that cause panic, and I really, if I were to run this mission again, if I could start again on this mission, I would run a lot more shotguns and a lot more panic resist gear, because it's just, I have things like smoke grenades, which are never going to be helpful in this mission, because this mission is all about just killing everything on the turn it spawns, basically. So, with that said, I can probably save scum the way through this mission, maybe. It's going to be tough as shit, because I'm fighting, this is July, so I have a mix of laser and ballistic weaponry. I don't even have, like, I think only half the squad has laser weaponry, and I'm fighting things like triple mechtoids and triple cyberdiscs, which are extremely, extremely difficult to deal with. So, I have a couple options, right? Option 1, I just save scum my way through this fucking shitty mission. Option 2, I take a loss on this mission, which is likely going to happen. It probably means that the run will fail in the next month, I'd guess, because we're not far enough ahead where losing this mission and losing 8 trained troops is going to be something that we can do. Third option is I can load. I have a save game file, but it's 2 missions before this, so I could do something like I have an abduction mission and an exalt mission I could run again, and that might get me back to the base assault without, and that let me change my setup for this, which might make the mission a little bit easier. So that's option 3. Option 4, I have a save game file that started in April. I mean, I've just basically completed the month of March on a save game file just on my own time, which is going fairly well. And option 5 is I could just restart in March. So I could throw that up on a straw poll, and we can decide what we're going to do with this right now. So let me put those options. All right. A lot of text in this one. Do I think it's winnable considering the early air game? I don't know if it's winnable, but I'm not in a dire enough position that besides this base assault, I'm ready to give up on this run. This run is going okay. We've had a lot of unfortunate luck in this run through, but that's part of XCOM, and hypothetically, the luck will eventually average out. So, let's see. I mean, I don't know why we got such an early base assault. Like, July 6th is crazy early. And I've never done one before, so I mean, like, the good thing about this run through, just like the good thing about last run through, is there's a lot of gear in this game, a lot of things in this game that I haven't experienced at all. And having no experience with them makes a big difference. Like, for example, this mission, now that I know how this mission plays out, I can plan for it very, very differently. If I had a save file right before this mission, I think we could do this mission. It might be messy, but I think we could do it with a minimal amount of saves coming. The problem is the setup I have currently, plus this mission, plus the fact I don't have a save file right before this mission means I'm in a lot of trouble for this. How many soldiers do you have to raffle in the April save? You want to see the April save? I can show you the April save tips to do. Hold on. It's this game. I think it's this game. I don't know if I finished that mission or not. Let's go double check real quick. It's definitely game 18. So I've been buying a ton of soldiers in this game. This playthrough, what I've done is basically I bought a satellite right at the beginning, right? So I did the satellite uplink and a satellite and built a fission generator. And then I've dumped pretty much all the cash. This is only March 16th, so this isn't even April. This is halfway through March. And I've just dumped all of my cash so far into buying rookies. So I have I just had 1 million rookies arrive. And so I'm up to 51 soldiers in my barracks, and I have lots and lots and lots of promoted specialists and a ton more rookies. And then a couple guys wounded, but no deaths yet. But I don't really care about the early wounding because the goal is just to get a super deep barracks of guys so that I don't run into the fatigue spiral quite as heavily as I have been in the last games. So trying something a little different on that playthrough. I don't know if I'm ready to play that playthrough here. I mean, I could easily restart. It's only 16th of March, but I have completed, I think, 4 or 5 missions so far with all rookies and gotten a lot of level ups in the rookies. And the other thing I was doing with this playthrough, which I've been really pleased with, is I've been bringing a lot of my 3 HP rookies on the early missions, with the mindset being that it's worth getting them promoted to specialists because a number of them will hit 4 HP once they hit specialists. It's worth promoting them to specialists as soon as possible, and the early game is when I can most afford to bring super shitty characters like 3 HP guys with 59 aim and stuff like that. So that's kind of what's going on right now. So, alright, let's take a look at the results. No one wants me to continue with the game as it is, huh? It's interesting. We're bleeding users, Arathon, because I've just switched from Civ to XCOM. I tend to lose about 4/5 of my viewers when I go back to XCOM. Relink the vote. It's a good idea, buy later. A lot of people saying just straight up restart. What is the benefit of restarting over playing this one right here? Like, this is March 16th. All I've done is basically play 4 missions in March, and the March missions are okay, but they're fairly repetitive just because, you know, it's all rookies and you're fighting all rookies versus, you know, sectoids with a few drones, and yeah, they're not unfun to play, but they're also not all that interesting. I don't know. It's been a fairly good run through so far in this month. Kind of curious what the thought process is there. Well, we're gonna keep milking this poll for a little bit. We only have 20 votes still. There's enough people in the channel who watch XCOM that they can vote. So, yeah, Zira, you can vote. Zira, go vote in the poll. I forgot to run ads today. God damn it! I need to run ads again when I'm doing Civ. I'm probably gonna if I do restart in March, I'm probably doing the same thing I did in this game, which is I'm gonna be running a really deep roster because I want to try it out and see if it's any better. So, can you ban everyone so you have the only voice? It's a straw poll, and I don't think you're a moderator on straw poll, so I don't think so, Zero. But we're at 21 votes right now, 22 votes right now. I don't think I'm making a decision until we're a little over 30, 35. So we can either sit and chat about it. I can show you where we're at in the playthroughs, or we can get some more votes. I don't really care, but I think I'm going to extort the chat to do some voting right now because I would like to get a fairly good sample, I guess. 30%, what would that even be? So we have 180, so it'd be about a sixth of the people voting. That's okay, I guess. Looking forward to the renames. Oh god. Thanks, Vipsidu. Like the straw poll again? Sure. Ah, Vipsidu's on it. God, gotta love moderators. I don't know, Zira. Are you? I think you're on the mission. I don't know if you're on the mission or not. Actually, I don't know if you're going to survive the mission. If you're on the mission, you're probably not surviving it. You do have some fantastically shitty characters on this run. So look at this guy: 56 aim, 3 hit points, 13 movements, and 42 willpower. How does this guy? How is this a balanced set of stats? Like that, the stats aren't balanced. The stats are terrible. Terrible stats. Do you think you'd learn anything from save scumming after seeing how the current base assault has gone? I already learned a ton from that mission, Arathon, in terms of where guys are coming in and what type of combat I'm likely to expect. If I could load prior to that save scum, or prior to the base assault, and be able to mess with my loadout options, I think I'd have a chance at it. It is still a very, very, very early base assault, in my opinion. July 6th is crazy early, but we'll see. Alright, how's my straw poll doing? 26 votes. You need about, I don't know, 4 to 5 more votes, and we'll see how it goes. Because pretty much, pretty much right now, there's 5 options and only 26 votes, so we don't have a lot of. It's basically neck and neck. We restart in March at 9 votes, play from April at 7 votes, and play 2 other missions to get back to the gear options at 6 votes, and save scum through it at 4 votes. It's kind of not getting a lot of actual information from this poll because it's pretty much in the margin of error right now. Is there anything more to learn from it? I wouldn't mind seeing how shotguns work on it. And certainly there's more to learn from this playthrough, right? That's the other thing, is if I get past the base assault, there's more of the playthrough to still experience. Like my fucking mech bay, finally, I still have yet to get a mech guy. My mech bay is finally building. It's like 3 weeks away, mind you, but it is actually building. So that was good. I don't know, that early air game was so brutal for this, the run-through run right now. I'll do the stream title. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, let me know if it updates. On my end, it told me the title, so updated. $11 to 8 right now. Restart. It's still pretty fucking neck and neck. 32 votes, so it's good. Let's do one more round of badgering you guys to vote, and then try to make that work. All right. Thanks, Sarah. Let's keep linking that. Go vote. I mean, that's what I basically try. What you're suggesting, Doom, is basically what I've tried in this current March, this mid-March save that I have right here, which is basically just dumping everything into rookies early and just bringing a million rookies all the way through the month to just try to get a huge roster with some depth to it so I can deal with the fatigue spirals. My understanding is, too, there's a current bug in 14i, which is the version I'm playing, where your months get front-loaded. So you get all your missions in the first, like, 2 to 3 weeks of your month and basically nothing at the end of your month, and it's not spread out very well. And that's supposedly fixed in 15, but 15 is not even in beta yet, so I don't know. The one guy who wants me to bleed to death. Yeah, some people watch the stream for different reasons, right? Yeah. Alright, getting pretty solid though. The votes are, we got a clear leader here with about, I don't know, 33% more votes than the other ones. You want to restart in March? Alright, restart in March it is. Alright, well, I'll keep that game to myself then. I can play that out when I want to. Let's quickly go have a look through here. So game 15 is the one we can delete, right? Let's delete that. Make sure that's ahead of it. Yeah, it's 5 minutes after the mission failed. Okay. Delete that. That. Delete that. Delete that. Alright. I'll keep these two saves. These are the last two saves I have of the game 15, and we'll keep deleting after that, though. Game 18 is the one I'm playing right now on my own, so I don't want to delete that quite yet. Don't need the autosave, though. Okay. We don't need the earlier game 15 saves either. So let's get those out of here while I'm thinking of it. I don't like the way XCOM, when you actually go to delete those save files as like a chunk in the Windows Explorer, it basically names them just save 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't keep the names you've given them. And I don't like the fact you can't rename your saves easily either. Alright, so get rid of those. Yeah. Why Vipsidu do I need someone promoted higher than the specialist, out of curiosity? Okay. Looks like final votes are in. We're going to start a new one. Ah, it's ugly, ugly, ugly.